Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. I nearly said hope then, hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever you're doing now. This is going to be a little bit of a life update because I've been getting quite a few questions to me about, you know, obviously, as all of you who've been watching me for a little while will know now, I have bought a second house in Newcastle. I have one house down in the southeast, which we are renting out. We're near enough getting there to that to be ready to go. You know, it's taken a bit of time and a lot of money, but we wanted to move up to Newcastle, the Newcastle area, buy a lovely, much more spacious house than we could ever afford in a million years down south, you know. So that's what we've done. But at the moment, I've had a few questions, which is understandable, asking me, how can you be commuting from Newcastle to London every day? What's going on? And do you know what? I haven't wanted to discuss this, but I'm going to discuss it with you now because by the time you watch this video, everything will become clear. So I'm not making any sense right now, but basically what's happened is I have been staying at the house the majority of the time in the southeast. Alex has been obviously doing some DIY down there. We've had people doing DIY down there, like other builders and stuff like that, while I've been there. But the majority of the time I've had people with me in the house, like helping me. So I've not been on my own, don't worry. And Alex has also now been down there, but he's also been in our new house in Newcastle, which is going to be taking a bit of time for us to get it how we want, you know, and we're not rolling in it. We don't have loads of money, so it's just going to take a little bit of time to get it how we want. But so I have been still commuting into London. Now, by the time you watch this video, my work will know what's going on, because at the moment nobody at work, a few of them know I do YouTube, but none of them watch my videos, so none of them actually know I've bought a second house in Newcastle. I haven't even told them, and there is a reason for that. I'm on a contract role. My contract tends to get renewed every so often, right? And I was only meant to be there 3 months, and I've actually ended up being there over a year. So that's super crazy. I actually started it, I think it was November 2016, and now in February 2018, and I'm still there, and I was only meant to be there 3 months. I went from one department to the next, and yeah, and I've stayed there, and they've now wanted to renew my contract again. They do not know that I've bought a second house, and they know I plan on renting out the house in the southeast at some point. They know we were doing it up, but they don't actually know. Well, they do now, but they didn't actually know I bought a second house. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want it to jeopardise my contract role there. It wasn't going to make a difference to them because I was still going there every day. I was still working as normal, so it didn't make any difference to them, and they didn't need to know, you know. And I also didn't want to tell them before everything with this house we've got now had gone through, because if anybody who's bought a house recently, so many things can go wrong where you lose the house. So I didn't want to tempt fate, and I didn't want to tell them. So as I'm filming this video, I will actually be telling them my work in a week or so, but I would have already told them by the time I see this video that I have bought a house, because I now want to have my life more permanently up in the northeast, and not be commuting back and forth, because what happens is I'll go up on the weekend sometimes, and then Alex will come down, stuff like that. So it's not we're not seeing each other, but it isn't a life we can sustain obviously like this forever, and we knew that. It was just a short-term period to get us through, get the house finished in the southeast, and then I can up sticks and move to Newcastle. However, I have not told my work yet. As I said, I'm on a contract role, and I'm an assistant doing a particular job there. And to be honest with you, I'm going to go to my work and ask them. I think they're going to say no. I'd love for them to consider it, but I'm going to ask them if they'd consider me working 1 day in the office and the rest at home. It's going to be... There is ways around things. I don't think they're going to agree to it just because they kind of need me there sometimes, but I do believe there's ways around things. But I would love for them to agree it. If they don't, they don't. I have a feeling they won't, but if that happens, that happens. Whatever, I've got to put it to them, because if you don't ask, you don't get. And I've got to put it to them because I'm moving up here no matter what. That's not going to change. So the only thing they can say is no, and then I can move on and look for something else. If that does happen, I'll be looking for another job up in the north, but I'm still very, very excited to start my new life now completely up here. So for a few people I've had asking me what's going on with the work, blah, 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 blah. I've been staying in the southeast a lot of the time and just commuting up at weekends, and I've had people in and out of the house. So where we've been having building work done, it made sense for me to stay there while that was getting finished off, while there was builders coming in and out, because you don't want to leave builders or any kind of workmen in your house while you're not there. And they know I'm not going to let anything slide, but I have to say the people we've had in and out have been really, really nice anyway, and some of them are kind of friends, so it's not been too bad. But obviously Alex has been coming home to the house in the southeast and then coming back up. So that is what's been happening. So with the work situation, by the time you watch this video, I will have said to them, look, unless I can do a day at home, a day in the office, and the rest up in my home, I think I could remote work some of it remotely, but it's entirely down to them. As I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're probably going to say no, but if they're willing to even just give me a trial period, I'll be so, so grateful. If not, I've had a really good time working with them. It's been a really good experience, and then I'll just move on, and I'll be having to resign and give them a 4 weeks notice. I actually only have to give them 2, but I'll do a good thing and give them 4 because there's some new starters there, and I don't want to leave my boss in the lurch because she's been very, very good to me. She's been really, really good, and I like her. So it's I wouldn't really put anyone in a shit, so to speak. So I hope that I hope that unravels a few things for some of you. I know some of you have been asking me, how can you do it? Of course I couldn't commute every day from Newcastle to London. If anybody doesn't know, the train journey, you have to go via King's Cross St Pancras, and you can get some that are around about 2 hours 50, and the majority of them are around about 3 hours 10. So by the time I get to Newcastle Central, I'm not then going to be doing every day 3 hours. It's just blinking crazy, but I could manage it once, push maybe twice a week, but the problem is the money. If anybody who's gone from Newcastle to King's Cross or King's Cross to Newcastle, no, it's blinking expensive. You're talking, if you book in advance, you can get one single journey maybe at 50 quid, but you're talking hundreds of pounds each way. So I couldn't really afford to do it more than maybe once. I don't think I could even afford I can afford once, but I don't think I could afford to do it twice. I don't know, I'm not too sure. I'd have to look over that a bit more, but I don't think it's doable for me. But I'm gonna ask my work if they'd let me work from home some days of the week. I'd even at a push be willing to cut a day off, do a 4-day week for now, because they have just extended my contract again, waiting for the paperwork. They want me to be there again till the end of October. So if they're willing to do it for that amount of time, I'd be so grateful, but I can also completely understand if they won't. So I could be quitting my job by the time you've watched this video, and of course I will update you all. And if that does happen, like I said, there's no hard feelings. I completely understand it, and I'll be looking on to pastures new, and I'll be looking for a new job in Newcastle area. So all exciting stuff. So honestly, I'm really looking forward to this new chapter. I've had enough of going up and down, if I'm honest with you. It's only meant to be a short period of time, so it's coming to an end, and I'm super pleased about it. But anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and I hope it's cleared up a couple of things for you, and I'll update you all as soon as I can. But as I said, hope you have a fab day. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.